All right, again, so my name is Evan with KWRI Marketing. Today's class is Command Overview. So to get started today, we're going to go to our Command login screen by going to agent.kw.com. And we are going to log in using our KW username and password. Sorry about that. And if I do pause real quick at any point, it's probably most likely because I'm letting people in the room still that are a couple of late joiners. So sorry about that. So I do want to go and preface that your KW username is not case sensitive. However, your password is. So make sure when you're entering your password, you add any uppercases where they need to go. And also be sure not to put a space before or after your password, as this will not allow access. All right, Esperanza, can I put the password here? What password are you referring to? For command, you have your own password. It is your KW username and your password. If you do not have that information, if you need assistance finding it, feel free to send an email to support@scottleroymarketing.com and one of our representatives can help you. Or if you want to wait till the end of the class today, I can go ahead and assist you then, but that'll be after class. All right, so if you do not know your login information as well, say you forgot your password, you do have this forgot password feature down here at the bottom. This will send a link to your password recovery email that you have on file. And I will be showing you where you can locate that in just a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and click on sign in. Now this is going to take you directly to your command dashboard. So starting up here at the top, you most likely will see that you only have the command and connect option. So command is just going to be your command platform. Connect is kind of like a learning hub. It has a lot of different classes, different learning material stuff for you. So you can definitely check that out. But so if you see here, we have this third option that says Command MC. Command MC is for leadership. So if you are part of leadership in your market center, you most likely will see this Command MC option. If you're an agent and you see this, you have no leadership role with your office, then you may need to speak to your MC because you should not have this. Moving right along, we're going to go down here to the right. So up here at the top, you see this little storefront icon. This is going to be the marketplace. Just like, when you download apps on your phone, this is what this marketplace icon is. This allows you to download apps for that connect with your command, things such as Twilio, things like that. Keep in mind when you are downloading or looking through the marketplace, some apps are paid subscriptions, so just make sure you keep an eye out for those. Moving right along, you're going to see this little bell icon. This is your notification center. You'll see that if you have a red dot and then this number in red next to it, that's just like whenever you don't check your messages on your phone or your emails and that number just keeps building up. That's how ours is. We don't check the notifications all the time, but that's what this number is representing. When you click on the notifications, you'll see that it is broken down into two major sections, the unread and the read. You can also sort your notifications by clicking on this all notifications dropdown, and you can just select which notifications you're looking for. We're going to go ahead and skip over this section just for a moment, and we're going to go ahead and click on the question mark inside of the circle. This is going to bring us to our Help and Information Center. So you have things such as like guided tours, you have Keller Williams University, and you have Post an Idea, which if you know anything about Post an Idea, Command, they're always looking for new inventive things to add to Command. And this post an idea, you can search what other people have added. You can vote on them, upvote it, or you can post a whole new idea if you don't see what you were wanting to post. So, and people can vote on it too, which gets it more attention. You also have this chat with support option. If you ever reach out to us, and there's very few things that we are not able to do to assist you, and in that case, we will let you know that you have to reach out to KW support, and we will explain how to locate that. But this is where we're referring to. This chat with support option is going to bring up this little pop-up window. It's going to load some things, and then you're going to have this get in touch option. And then there's this live chat option here, which will open a live chat window with the KW support agent. And they'll be able to help you in real time as well. So, all right. And then next, we're going to go ahead and go back to our name. We're going to click on the little drop down. So if you are part of a team, whether the team be like the pro coach account for the market center, or like a team with other agents, you will see that you do have your team account here. You can tell which account you are currently working out of because that is the account that will be showing at the top. And then you will, again, then the other account that you're not currently in will be right below it. The only thing that's different when it comes to these, again, you will see when you do click when you do click on the team account and you go into that, it is kind of like its own separate command, but it's all under one login. So you don't have any separate logins when it comes to team accounts. All right, so moving down, we have our referrals profile. The referrals profile is what other agents see, the information they get to see about you when they're looking for a referral agent in the referral section of Command. So Command has the referral section that is only for Keller Williams agents. So if you're looking to send referrals or you're looking for a referral agent in another state, there's a little bio, there's like a little about me section and everything for you. So you always want to make sure that that information is up to date. I'll show you real quick. This is the information that the referral agents will see. So just making sure that this information is updated. This bio that shows here is different than the bio that shows on your website. So if you wanted to tailor this bio to be more for like a referral agent versus clients, you can definitely do that. All right, so first we're going to go ahead and dive into my profile. So my profile, this is a public facing information about you. So this is information if somebody was to go to kw.com and use the find an agent option and search for you, this is information that they're going to see about you from there. So as you see right over here in the top right, there is a display my profile on kw.com toggle option. If you do not want your information to be displayed, by all means, you can toggle this off and your information will not be shown. As you move along, you do have the About Me section. So you have your name, profile photo, which I'm not sure what happened to his. You have your biography. This biography and this profile photos. So this information here, again, this is just for the kw.com. This information that you add here is not the information that is shown on your website. We will be getting to that in just a little bit where you can find that information if you need to update it. But this is not where that pulls from. Below that, you do have language of spoken, areas that you service, any specialties, designations. You'll go down, you'll see your license number and your license expiration date. Now, if your license expiration date or your license number is incorrect, we do not have the capability to update it, nor do you. Your MCA of your market center, they will be the ones that have to update that information. Oh, I see. We have a question. My picture in this looks the same way. I appreciate that, letting me know that, John. Yeah, so it might be that KW is doing something, something's going on. They're always doing great, wonderful updates with Command. So it may just be something's going on in the system then if your image looks like that. All right, so scrolling down, you have contact information. So just some more information about you and how to get in contact with you. Next section we're going to go ahead and look at is the My KW section. So this information is going to be internal information about you, meaning nobody else is able to see this information except for you and your market center staff. So you have your KWUID, which if you ever registered for like Mega Agent Camp or Family Reunion, sometimes they ask for like the KWUID that'll be associated with you. This is where you can find that number. You have your KW email address. So this is where you can locate your email address if you say set up your account years ago and you forgot. There's also this manage your KW email option right below it, where you are able to update your email password. You're able to create an email alias, which if you don't know what an email alias is and you're interested in learning about it or you want to create one, I suggest possibly reaching out to us and allowing us to assist you with that, because it's not an actual separate email address. It's kind of different. So if you want more information, feel free to email us. But this is where you can go to change your KW email password as well. And then you just have some more information such as your KW start date, your login credentials. So this is where your username is found. You also have your password recovery email. So if you have to use that forgot password option, this is that email address that is going to send the link to. So you always want to make sure this is updated and correct in case you ever need to use that. When you click on the edit, this does allow you to update your username and the password recovery email here. Now your password, there is a reset password link here if you want to update your command password. Say you reached out to us for support, we accessed your account, and you just want to update your password to be safe, by all means, you can reset it and change it here. Moving along again, we have some more personal information. You have a communication preferred email address here. How do you prefer to be contacted? Some emergency information. You also have profit share bank account information here. And then at the bottom, there's a primary market center option. So this is if you are part of multiple market centers, you can select which market center you want your fees to come out of. So if you want your profit share growth fees to come out of one and your monthly fees come out of another, you're more than able to switch that up here. Now, over here on the left-hand side, the last section you'll see is the My Affiliations. So if you're part of more than one market center, you will see that you'll have one section for each market center. If you hold an active agent role, when you click on the section, you'll see things like your cap information, how much company dollar you've paid into, things like that. Does the password reset on your PC sync with the mobile app? Yeah, so if you change your password for command on your desktop, it's going to change for your command mobile app as well. But yeah, so you'll be able to see your again your cap information, things like that, by clicking on the market center. You'll also have your MLS listing if your MLS has been added to your command account. That is another thing that we do not have access to do. I mean, you can reach out to us because we do have some logins to be able to do that. But typically your MCA is going to have to add your MLS login information, your MLS information, which is just your MLS login and the name of the board that you joined. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go back to home, just to come back over here. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and click on our settings. When you click on settings, this is going to bring you into your applications page. This is what's going to show you all the different applications that are connected with command currently, or ones that have been downloaded from the marketplace. So you'll have like the logo and name for the application and a little brief description. It'll show you the email, well, most of the email address that is connected currently to that app. As you can see, like it doesn't show the last. So if it was like scott@gmail.com, it just kind of cuts out the Gmail portion. It shows you whether or not this app is currently connected, and some of them are able to connect to more than one account. So you'll be able to see how many accounts on those are currently connected. And then you have the manage features over here where you can connect or disconnect. You can manage, connect more, things like that. Now we're going to actually go ahead and scroll down, and we're going to go ahead and jump into this command email section by clicking manage. Now under the manage command email, we're going to start at the bottom. So there's this email configuration down here. This is what whenever you set up like a smart plan or an email campaign to send to your clients, this is what's going to show when you send to them. So this is the name and the reply to email address that they'll see. This is very important that you update this on your command account, because what happens now, KW started doing probably a few months ago, is now like they will start temporarily like freezing your account or suspending you from being able to do email campaigns if you get reported a lot of spam email reports when you send to clients if you don't update this. Because a lot of times the reply to email will be like support at 1234596, a bunch of different numbers, and looks kind of like crazy. So people are spamming it, and when it spams it, this health score status, currently it's good, meaning you're in good standing, you haven't been getting spammed. Well, when you start getting spammed emails, it's going to turn yellow as like a warning, and when it turns red, that's when they you're lost. Where is this? So when you click on your name, click settings, and then you're going to scroll down to command email. Am I moving too fast? Let me know. A little. All right, so again, settings, command email, and manage. Sorry if I'm moving a little faster. We only have 1 hour, so that's why I'm just trying to make sure we fit everything in. So so just make sure this information is up to date. That way you don't get your account, they won't lock your privileges of being able to email smart plans or email campaigns, because what happens is they will suspend you for 4 weeks, and you have to take a email best practice quiz thing. So that's a little bit of a pain in the neck. So let's go ahead and just make sure we get that information updated. You'll also see right here that there is this monthly account usage. You will see this section. You will see this in a few different places that we go over today. So command allows you 5,000 free emails per month. If you have a huge database, you email more than 5,000, you are able to purchase more through the managed subscription option here. So again, you'll see this a couple different places as we go along. All right, so next from here, we're going to move right over here to this left side area where these settings are, and we're going to click on Connect Settings. From Connect Settings, you'll see a little thing drop down that says Marketing Profile. We're going to go ahead and give that a click. All right, from here, this is our marketing profile. This is what information pulls onto your agent website and your consumer app. So this photo, this can be a different photo than the photo that is currently showing under the my profile section that we went over earlier. So this is what I'm saying. This information here is what's going to pull onto the website. As you can see over here to the right, there is another toggle as well. So if you do not want your information showing on your website, if you don't want it branded to you, you just want it to be a generic KW.com website, you can toggle this off, and it does take like an hour to 2 hours to update any information. So just make sure you be patient with that, but you can toggle this off if you'd like. You will see as we go through this, there are some sections that have this little red asterisk next to it, meaning that this is a required field. There does have to be something added to that section in order for it to be saved. So as you can see, the My Photo is a required section. The recommended size for these are 360 by 360, meaning they want it to be a perfect square. If it is not, you will kind of look like you like a funhouse mirror, like you'll be stretched either tall and skinny or short and stout. So make sure that that is a perfect square. If you need assistance with this, by all means, email us support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be more than happy to assist you with getting that added. Team logo. Team logo is not a required field. However, we do highly suggest having something here. The reason we say that is because whenever you do like an email campaign or smart plans, there is a footer on those that get sent out. And on the left-hand side, I believe the left-hand side is your My Photo, but on the right-hand side is a team logo. And if you don't have an image here, it's going to send out as a broken image, and that just kind of looks a little tacky. So we suggest having something here, whether it's your Market Center DBA logo, whether it's a generic KW logo. If you have your own business branding and like a what do you call it, like a business logo that you have that for you created, you can add that here as well. Moving along, we have the My Details section. The only information in here that is required is your first and last name, but you are able to add, you know, your team name if you have a team, license number, job title, slogan, or designations and credentials. Below that, we do have an affiliation section. So if you were served in the military, and it doesn't just have to be the American military, there is also military from all over the world. So if you were in the military anywhere else in the world, most likely there is going to be that military in here you can add. If you were not part of the military, and any spouse, like you know, military spouse, things like that, there is also a supporter patriot. If you are just a big supporter and you want that shown, you can add that as well. Below that, we have our bio section. As you can see, again, there is an asterisk next to it, meaning this is required. If you do not have a professional bio yet, not a problem. We just say go ahead and put like a period in this box so that way you can still save all of your other information and then you can just come back to it later on. And again, this is the bio that will show on your website. So the one I showed you in the referrals profile earlier is not going to pool the same. So if you wanted to have them two separate, you can. Esperanza, my name's Evan. So if you want to email Scott, you can do support@scottleroymarketing.com. And they'll get the email over to him, or I'll be more than happy to try to help you at the end of class. Okay, so moving along, we do have our contact information. We have our mobile phone and our office phone, our email address, website URL, and if you have a fax, you can add that here as well. Below that, we have our Market Center information. This is where you can add your Market Center DBA logo. If you do not have the DBA logo and you are curious to know where you can get it, there's actually this link right here, which takes you to KW Connect, which I will show you. KW Connect actually uses the same logins as your command account. So typically we say like if we ask you for your KW logins, the reason we say KW logins is because you can access KW, my KW, KW Command, KW Connect, all with the same login. So it's not just command. But when you click on that, you'll come to this logos and branding. And when you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see this Market Center logo section. And right down here is where you can input the Market Center, your Market Center number or the Market Center name. So I used to be at 247. And then you'll see here that you can preview them or you can download them. So this is where you can find your DBA logos. And then you can upload it straight to here. And then over here to the right, you do have your Market Center information. As you can see, all of this, except for the Market Center brokerage license number, is required information. Next, we have our compliance section. So A lot of different states have different compliance requirements, some way more strict than others, Texas being one of those. But this is where that information will go. Typically, when we do your onboarding, we have this information, so we will add this for you as when we do your onboarding. But if any of that ever needs to be updated, this is where that would be. So any legal footer text can go here, and any links that might be required, you can put the link title and then the URL here. There are these little trash cans too. If you need to delete one and re-add them, you can do so also. And you can add another link by clicking this. All right, below that, there is a little legal footer image section. We don't really recommend adding anything here except for maybe like the realtor logo or the fair housing logo, some kind of small logo like that, because on the website, this is very, very tiny. So trying to add like any images of anything most likely won't show otherwise. Below this, we have our social media links. Make sure that these links are the entire link. So the HTTPS and the everything that follows that as well. These are the links that will go when you go down, and it has a little contact me section, and under your photo, they'll have like the little Facebook symbol. When they click on it, it will take them to this link. So you can always go to your website and click on that and just make sure that it is directing correctly. And then below that, we have our Google Analytics ID. Now, if you do not know what Google Analytics is, Google Analytics is a way to track any activity on your website. So how many people are coming to your website, clicking, doing things like that, so you can see what kind of activity is going on your website. At the end of class, I will show you where you can fill out this brief little form, and we will set this up for you if you'd like. But this is where the Google Analytics tracking ID will go. Now, once you have everything filled out completely and to your liking, just go ahead and make sure you click save so you don't lose any of that hard work. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and go back to our command dashboard. We're just going to go ahead and click on this little home icon. All right, so for anybody that's new, that's joined after what we started in the beginning, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I will circle back either at the end of class, or if I see them come in as we're going along, I will answer them as we go. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and start diving into all the different sections of command. Again, guys, this is command overview, so we're not going to dive too deep into any one subject during class. But if you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat, and then at the end of class, I can go ahead and assist you at the end. What is the email for questions later? Great question. I will put it right here in the chat for everybody. Yael, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. I'll remind me at the end of class, we'll circle back. All right, so on our command dashboard here, you may see that yours looks maybe a little bit different than mine. So the reason for that is because these widgets are customizable, and you can do that by clicking on this little customize button that's over here in the top. So this allows you to select which widgets you would like to see on your home screen. If you don't want to see a certain widget, all you have to do is uncheck it and it will be removed. And then over here on the right, you are able to rearrange the widgets in whatever fashion works best for you and your business. All you have to do is click, drag, and drop. And then once you have everything where you'd like it, you can just click apply, and then it'll rearrange. So these widgets, you have your database health, This is just kind of tell you in comparison, your database, where it's at, the percentage of contacts in your database versus like I'm sorry, the percentage of contacts that have a phone number in your database, email address, things like that. Over here to the right, we have the agent resources. This is from your market center. Not every market center utilizes this feature where they upload like the class using this as a training calendar. So just keep an eye on that. Make sure that you are staying up to date with your market center and knowing that knowing how to access their training calendar just so you don't miss anything. If your market center is not utilizing this, oh, this one just started. That was my go-to example. There we go. If your market center is not currently utilizing this, it'll kind of look like this. So again, just make sure you're staying up to date and with your market center so you don't miss out on any classes. Is this being recorded so we can rewatch it later? Yep. Again, at the end of class, I'll show everybody where that is. It is being recorded. It will be on our YouTube page. I'll go over the YouTube channel at the end of class. All right. Next section we have is the tasks. Are you referring to the my pleasure, the outer ring and the inner ring of this part? So with this part of it, so I know whenever it comes in here into the reports, like it breaks down a little bit more. But this is basically showing on the widget. So this shows like, I believe that is comparison with agents in your market center. So the inner ring is I think the market center, and then you are the outside. So like about 69% of the agents in the market center would have phone numbers for the 69% of their database, and we'd only have 40. I believe that's how that reads. Whenever we get to the report section, there's a lot of the database health throughout a couple different places. In the report section, it kind of breaks it down a little easier to see. All right, so tasks, any tasks you have coming up, any tasks past due or coming due, you can see here as well. You can also create a task from this widget. Next to that, we have product updates. So KW, anytime they are going to release any kind of new updates or any updates that they have released, you could check those out here. So you can see like this week's updates, last week's updates, things like that. So you can kind of stay in the know of what's going to be happening. You have your goals widget. If you have set up your goals in command for the year, you'll see the breakdown of the goals here, which I will be showing you where you can find those. You have active contacts here. So any contacts you are actively engaging with, actively on the website, things like that, you'll be able to see your most active contacts. Profit share information will be shown here. And then you also have your recent leads. So recent leads, it'll show you the name of the lead. It'll show you where the lead came from. So if you imported the lead and you added it during the import, if it came from your KW app or website. It'll also show you how long ago that lead came in. And then you also have this notes section down here. So if you ever want to just do a little quick jot down, you can do so. Yeah. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and dive into our little sections over here. As you hover over each one, it will have a little pop-up of what section it is. However, if you want to kind of see them all, you can click on this red KW square, and it will pop out the names of all of them for you. So first, we're going to go ahead and go into contacts. Where can we find this recording? It will be on our YouTube channel. I will show everybody where you can find that at the end of class. All right, so going into the contacts. When you click on contacts, it's going to show you all of your different contacts in your database. So starting up here on the left, you do have the search bar. You are able to search contacts database by first or last name, email address, or the address you have entered. And you also have the search by everything option. Next to that, we have our filters. The filter is going to basically just filter your search what you're looking for. So if you want to search through all your contacts that have a similar tag, you can do so. There are a lot of different filter options for your search, so you can break down however you'd like. There is a smart view, which a smart view is a saved filter search. So if you're constantly using the same filters to search, you can save that as a smart view. So you don't have to keep going in here, doing the selections and things like that. You can just save it as a smart view. Next, over here, we're going to have our import option. Importing contacts, if you've been with KW before, or you have, and you've tried to utilize this, everyone knows it can be a little bit tricky to say. So when you click on this, there is a download template option here, which will download an import file. When you download this file, there is a heading on here on this template. Do not mess with that heading. You cannot rearrange it, change it, delete any of it. It will not import at all if you mess with that heading. So try to avoid that. The best thing I can advise to do is, if you have your contacts on a file currently, just send us the file with your KW username and password. We'll be more than happy to get them rearranged, get them ready to import for you. We'll send them back for your approval before we import. And then once you give us the go ahead, we will get those imported for you as well. Next to the import option, we do have add contact. This is how you can add a contact one by one. Doing it this way, if you only have a couple to import to add, this allows you to add more information and be a little bit more specific with what you're wanting to add. So the only thing required when adding a contact is the name. When you add a name, you can add a relationship. This relationship option we highly suggest to use for such like married couples. So if you have a husband and wife, we recommend adding the husband as one contact and then adding the wife as a separate contact, and then connecting them using this add relationship feature. The reason being for this is if you go to print mailing labels, and as long as they have their mailing address entered the exact same, this will not print two separate mailing labels for them. It will combine them under one mailing label, even though they're added as two contacts, but this relationship puts it on one. So, but yeah, there's all kinds of great things you can add to your contacts. You can add email address, phone numbers, lead source. So if the lead source came from a list, you can call in marketing, circle prospecting. You can add that here. Or if this lead came from another contact in your database, you can select that and attach it to that person. So it kind of gives you more information. You also have your tag options down below. If you already have the tag created, you could just scroll to find it or type it in. If the tag has not been created, but you're wanting to create a new tag, you can simply type what you are wanting. I could spell. Type what you are wanting. So you can just say you want to name it fake tag. There's going to be a create custom tag option that comes up, and you can just click that and then select the color and add the tag and create the tag as you go. There's also an add more information option, so you can add additional contact information, their primary address, social media profiles. There's more about them information you can add here. And there's also custom information as well. All right, so next to the add contact button, we have our three dots right here. These are going to be our export option. So import going in, export coming out. Sometimes we get emails from agents and they're like, can you please, like the subject would be exported contacts, and it's like, can you help me import contact? Like, so we get confused sometimes, so that's why I just like to clarify. So there's an option to export all owned contacts here. If you ever use this, the export all owned contacts, what'll happen is it'll have this little green message. It says it's being processed. To refresh the page and check the notifications. As you can see, that message kind of disappears very quickly. So all you just need to do is refresh the page, and then you will click on your notification bell, and you'll see here that this is where you can download it. It does not download automatically. Below that, you do have your export mailing labels, so you can do the CSV or PDF. This is what I was saying that, if you have a married couple, adding them in separately, then making sure the mailing address matches up completely. So when you export these, it'll add them as one. All right, so moving along, we have this little white heading section right here. You see that we have this customized columns option. Just like on the dashboard, you are able to customize these columns that you see in your database. So you can go through and select what information are you wanting to see, and then you can reorder that information as well. So instead of primary phone being first, I'm switch it up a little bit, and then click apply, so you can see here that information does change. Now, something that we get a lot of is agents thinking that their tags are missing. When you hover over, you see how those two little bars come up. A lot of times it's just because these columns are close together, so it looks like there's tags missing, but they're really not. So you can scoot them closer to make more room, however you want to do it. But yeah, so you can customize the columns, and you just drag and drop just like on the dashboard. Next to the customized columns, we have these two little boxes here. These are different view options for this. So I call this one like the list view. It shows a lot of great information. The next one is kind of like the tile view. It doesn't show as much information. It is a little bit more bigger and bulkier. But if this is how you like to view your contacts, you can switch it by clicking on these four little squares here. I'm gonna go ahead and change it back. So next to that, we do have the show options as well. If you have a larger database, viewing 10 per page might not be very feasible. So you can click on this and it will change it to up to 500 per page before you have to page over. All right, so now that we have a little bit of customization down, so we're going to go ahead and click on the contact name. And this is going to open up the contact details. So this will show you the name of the contact. And if you see this little like bluish green L next to it, that means that this contact is a lead, meaning whether or not you marked it as a lead yourself, or if it came over from like your website, something like that. And this will tell you where that lead source came from. Now, if next to the L, there's another symbol, it's like a greenish check mark. That means that this person has gone onto, or you did it for them, but has gone onto your website or your mobile app and registered an account, which is kind of great, because if they do that, you're able to create save searches to send to them. You're able to track any properties, like if they're viewing on the app and liking properties, you can see all that information here. So moving on, you'll see all the other information that's associated with it. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we have neighborhood sections, and then again, just all that information that we added when we added the contact. Over here, we have our timeline. So any communications that have transpired between us and the client, or this contact, things like that, or any Spark plans will show here. My pleasure. So I'll just say it again for everybody. If you're looking for the recording at the end of class, I will show you where to find it. We do have any opportunities that this client contact is associated with. You can find those opportunities here. Smart plans, task notes, and save searches. Again, anything that there are have been added to, you can find them here. There's something else. Oh, so another thing with the contacts is there you have these check marks next to them. If you select the check mark, these show this once you click on, I'm sorry, once you select one of these check boxes, you'll notice that this drop down box appears. Give me just a moment, Niles. Once you select these checkbox, whether it's just one contact or whether it's multiple, say you did a filter for all of your contacts, use the database class. So all of these contacts are database class and you're wanting to do a bulk action with them. You can select this drop down, and every contact that you have selected, you can add notes to, add an activity, add tags. And another cool thing that they just recently added to Command is to send an email. So this is not like the email doing the email campaign or the smart plans. This is basically sending like a normal email. So say you have 10 people selected, you will notice that all 10 people's email addresses show here in this two box. Even though they all show under the same box, if you send the email to everybody at the one time, they will not see anybody else that email was sent to. So it's kind of like it sends them individually without them seeing the other people. But yeah, so you can put an email subject in here. You can enter your text. You can attach files and insert links. There is not an option to do a picture email signature yet. Hopefully that is something that maybe is coming, but there is the add signature option here, which I have this one created. So you're able to just do a saved signature like this. You can also add a link to it. So if you wanted to link to your website or something like that, you can add that here as well. But keep in mind, this does use those emails out of that 5,000 number I explained at the beginning of the class. And then if you need to purchase more, there is this managed subscription option here. Where do you create that signature? Good question. When you click on it, there's the manage signatures here, and then you can just add a new signature, or you can manage the one if you already have one created. You can do that here as well. But yeah, so I mean, again, you can. My pleasure. I mean, you can add links and stuff into that. So this is like I said, this is a pretty cool feature that I'm glad they finally added. Because again, for the longest time, it was just doing email campaigns or emails like smart plans, and this is just a lot easier to do it this way. All right, so Niles, how do we upload emails that we have sent to clients, or will they upload automatically? So Niles, if you have emails that's sent with your that you've corresponded with your clients. So what I used to do is if you come under your settings, there is where is it? Here it is, a Gmail sync. You can sync your Gmail account. And then what happens is when you're with as long as the email addresses match up, so the email that you are emailing from Gmail and the email that you have saved for the client in Command, it will show on the timeline. So whenever you email them, it'll have a right here, Gmail sent test only, like this. And then you can view the email. Where do you find the mobile app link to get people to download that? And is there a template to use for that? I will be getting to the section where you'll be able to find the app link. As far as the template, I mean, it just depends on what kind of situation you're wanting to use with that. There is like a section if you're creating like a landing page on your website, you can use like a download my app thing, or you can just kind of create one, but you can also play through designs and see what's in the templates there. All right, so moving along, we're going to go to tasks next. So again, just kind of like the widget, very simple. It's broken down into 3 different sections. You have your to-dos, your completed, and your archived. To-dos are anything that you have not done. So whether they're past due or they are due today, due within the next 7 days, something like that. Then you'll find them under the to-do section. Any tasks you've completed or any tasks you've archived. You can also create a new task here, and then just follow along with what you are wanting the task to do, to be for, things like that. You can create that here. Tasks typically are set up or created by smart plans, depending on the smart plan, which one you're using. It may have things like, say, for the birthday smart plan, it's like gives you a reminder to, there's a task to go buy a card, like send a birthday card to that person, or task to reach out for phone numbers, so things like that. So it's just a reminder to do things. And I do believe the Command mobile app, not the the consumer app, Command mobile. I do believe that with tasks, it does send notifications to your phone as well. So you can kind of stay up to date with those. All right, so the smart plans. Smart plans are a way to automate, communicating with your database. I believe I forget how many. They say there's a certain number of touches you're supposed to have per client per year. I forget that number. It's been a while since I worked in the office. But this helps you do that. So we're actually going to start under the library. This is where you can find smart plans that, whether it's other KW agents, staff, KW Keller Williams themselves have created and published for anybody to use. You can search here before trying to create it yourself. Like, why recreate the wheel if you don't have to? And trust me, creating a smart plan from ground up is not always the easiest thing to do. So you can look through here and see what's already out there, what you can do. If you're looking for something specific, I always use Thanksgiving as an example. There is 278 smart plans created for Thanksgiving alone. So if you're wanting to do a Thanksgiving smart plan to just send a thank you or happy Thanksgiving to everybody, you can search through here. So like holiday text smart plan. So this is going to be for like a Twilio. But you can also click view steps to see the steps. So send email Thanksgiving sponsorship. So this may be a great one if you're just looking for an automated email to send out. If you like what you see and you want to give it a whirl, you click add smart plan. And when you click add smart plan, it's going to download it to your my smart plans section. And you'll be able to see the smart plans here under the people plans. You'll be able to see the names, the contacts. This is where, if you see a number and an eyeball, this shows that there's 2 people from your database that are currently on this smart plan. You can click on the eyeball to see who they are, and you can click on them to remove them if you'd like. Next to that, you have the data was created, how long the smart plan runs for. So this is a monthly neighborhood nurture. How do you see the actual email template? I'll show you in just a second. Yeah, so then how long it runs for and total touches. So if you see under this action side, there is this little man in a window with the plus. This is how you can add a contact to that smart plan, or you can click on edit. You're going to see this is where you can go to edit it. And if you click on where it says send email, and then you see the neighborhood snapshot. So this one, because it's the monthly neighborhood nurture from KW, this is just a snapshot that shows. But let me see which one has an actual. Okay, so like our June newsletter that we send out, we have created. When you click on the email, you can click preview, and it'll preview what that is. Oh, and this is what I was showing earlier in the marketing profile. So your Market Center logo and information, and then the Market Center team logo. If you don't have anything added there, it's going to show like a broken image. This is what it'll look like if you sent it without an image added in there. But yeah, that's where you can go to preview it by just clicking on where it says send email and then that. Okay, so and then next to it, you do see publish. This is where You can see any smart plans that you've published. So which smart plan it was, the date was published, how many times that smart plan has been downloaded, and then the ratings that people have given it to. All right, referrals profile. All right, so referrals. This is the referrals overview. This is showing you how many pending referral invites you have. This could be invites that you have sent or somebody has sent you that you have not responded to. This is to be basically, I'm sorry, invites to be the referral in the referral network, the agent's referral network. We're running behind Susan, but yes, at the end of the class, I stick around and do questions, stuff like that. That'll be something I will kind of talk to you about a little bit. So next up we have pending referrals, referrals that maybe have been sent to us or by us that are still pending. Any that have referrals have been received or sent here. Below that we do have the My Referral Network. These are all the agents that are currently in your referral network. You can click show more, they continue on and on. You do see here that there is this little yellow star. If you want to favorite this person, you can do so by just clicking on the star. And then if you want to filter view to where you're only seeing your favorites, you can come right over here to where this little star is and click on that. And it's only going to show you the referral people in your referral network that are starred as favorite. Next to the star, we do have this little plus sign. This is where you can add tags. Now, these tags adding here are not like the tags that you add on a contact. These tags are simply for the fact of adding them to this referral partner. If you want, it's basically like little notes. Like, so you're going to be like, buyer's agent, Midtown, like add what city, or just kind of like little things that you can remember about them, like, or whatever it may be. All right, next we're going to come over here to the actual My Referral section. Again, this is just going to show you any sent or received referrals. You do have a bunch of different little sections here. So any pending referrals that are awaiting response, referrals that you are working on currently. You have referrals that are connected to closed opportunities, the funded. Lost referrals that are connected to opportunities that were lost that have not been paid. Expired or canceled referrals that did not receive response in a defined time frame or canceled by the sender. So that may be you or them. Referrals that were rejected. Again, referrals that either you rejected, they may have rejected them. And then there's the all option as well. Referrals map. So this is a great way to find a referral agent. Again, the referral section in Command is only for KW to KW agents. If the agent is not with Keller Williams, you will not be able to find them in here. So using the map, there is a bunch of different ways that you can, there's a couple different ways that you can do this to find agents. So the first one is going to be by production. So I'm based out of Atlanta. And so we're going to just type in Atlanta. And then you're going to see that this is going to give a very broad Atlanta view with a lot of different little pins. So we're actually going to scroll down and go into a little bit closer. Command can be a little bit slow, just trying to keep up. Okay. So as you see, there's all these different little red pins. These are different transactions that have been closed by agents in this area, by Keller Williams agents in this area. So if you're looking for a specific agent that has worked in a specific area, this is a great using production. You can hover over these different little markers. I'm trying to find one that, here we go. So as you hover over the marker, you'll see that down over here, this person lights up. That means that that shows that this is the agent that closed this transaction. I don't know why these headshots aren't showing. Normally the headshots pull up. Yes. Right. Okay. Yeah, so this is where they'll show that they were responsible for that transaction. Now you are able to click on this little drop down here and you will see all this different information about them, how to contact them, different agent stats, all this kind of great information. You can click on their name, and this is going to show that referrals profile that I went over in the very beginning, make sure it's up to date. So again, if you want to update this bio to be more geared towards referral agents, this is why. Now, when you come back over here, you do have the option to add them to your referral network, send them an invite, or you can also click on this to send them a referral. You do also have filter options to where if currently at this view, there's 34 different agents. If you wanted to narrow that down based off of languages spoken or different closed units in the area, you're able to do so. Maybe that narrowed it down to 31, but again, you can select it how you'd like. You can also see too that this does also show luxury agent tags. This is if they are registered with the Live Luxury through the Market Centers, registered them kind of thing. And I'm not exactly sure how that goes anymore, but if they're a luxury agent, you'll see this here. I'm just going to clear this. All right, so the next one is going to be the Market Centers option. So if you don't know specifically any agents or a specific area, but you just know, like, say, the general Atlanta area, you can select the market center and you'll see all these pins are different market centers in the Atlanta area. As you can see, there's actually quite a few. So when you click on the pin, it's going to say Atlanta Midtown. That's the name of the market center. Market center agents, there's 258 agents, and it shows the address. Over here, again, it still shows you 258 agents that are part of that market center, and it's going to show you all the different agents. Now, again, something must be going on with the headshots because normally we'll have their headshot here. But again, you are able to click on the drop down and see their information, or you can click on their name and it will show you that referrals profile. You can also filter this search down too to filter through their agents to make sure, you want to, they've had at least a couple closings on the buyer side, listing side, however it may be. Next after that, there is the My Network option, which will show you everybody that's currently in your referral network. And then there's also the referral patterns. This just shows you referral patterns, where they originated, where they were sent to. So if you're looking for referral agents, this may not be the best choice. And then, yes, the next section is just, again, my referral network. And it just shows everybody in your referral network, kind of like they did on the dashboard, the dashboard section of referrals. Moving along, opportunities. These are going to be your opportunity, your sales pipelines. You have one for your listings, one for your buyers, and one for your leases. You can see the number of transactions you currently have at each phase by this little number right below. You are able to move these by just clicking and dragging and dropping. You can move them through the phases like that. You're also able to click straight on the opportunity from here, and it'll pull up the opportunity details. You have your documents, so on and so forth. With your pipeline, it does track the average time, the average days, or the time that it's been in that current phase. It does also calculate the potential income potential I'm sorry, the potential income and the probable income as well for the entire pipeline. You can also appear, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention too, if you are part of a team, keep in mind it will always default to the team pipeline, as you can see up here. So if you're just wanting to see your personal pipeline, just make sure you select on your name versus the team. Next to that, there's the all opportunities. This is just going to show you all the opportunities that is going to be both team and personal that you have currently going on or have previously been worked on. Next, we have our campaigns. So this is how you can do it, create like a paid ad campaigns that you post on Facebook, Instagram. You also have your email campaigns, which was the way before to how you would kind of email clients from Command, which that is now one of two different ways, well, one of three different ways, basically. There's direct mailers where you can create postcards in Command. They get sent to a third-party company. That third-party company will print them out and mails them off. And then social posts. You can post to your social media directly from Command as well. Now, if you're wanting to do paid ads, we recommend there's a paid ads quick start option right here, which it does take you to another pop-up page. And then you have all these different options for the quick start, for your quick start paid ads. As you can see, these ones post to Facebook and Instagram if you have them connected. You don't have to, you do both of them if you don't want to. You can just do Facebook. But as you can see at the bottom too, if you're like watching TikTok videos, you can also create a TikTok, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so there's many different quick start options here. You can see previous ones that have been ran by going under programs. And it'll show you each one that you've previously ran as well. All right, next we have our report section. The report section. So this is going to be the dashboard. So, okay. So you have your database overview. The overview shows total 58 people have been added to our database. Of that 58, 42 are contacts, 16 of them have been marked as a lead. The database health. So this is showing the health score of about 50 to 100%, which there's also a compare option here, which this does break down a little bit better once we go up here into email. I'm sorry, when we go into reports. But percentage of database with a phone number. So 40% of the people in our database we have a phone number that is associated with that contact. 78% of the people in our database, an email, and then address, neighborhoods, home anniversary, birthday, things like that. There's also database activity score down here. So 3.5% of our database has been reached out to in the past 30 days, 1.7 in the past 60, 5.2 in the past 90, 89.7 and 91 or more days. So just kind of let you know how much you're engaging, how much information they have added to them. And then there's a last update here. So over here in reports, the reports shows there's 3 different reports that are currently on here. You have your database report, goals report, and opportunities report. Okay, so your database report shows database records. I'm sorry. The health score is 50.98. So there's 1 new contact. Phone numbers, again, 50%, 87% of the email addresses, all of that. There's 16 new contacts, 1 new lead. And then you can also just go through your goals on your opportunities. Goals, if you have not set up your goals for the year, this is where you're able to do so. You click on goal settings, it'll go ahead and pop it up and you just follow along the information. Lead routing, if you are on a team and you want to see the lead routing information, you know, who's been sent what, how many leads have been sent to this agent, this is where you're able to see that. Your emails. So let me change this to make it. Okay, so you're able to see email metrics for campaigns, smart plans. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure what the other is, but I'll find out. But you can see which section they're from. You can see what select which month you're wanting to see the metrics for. You can see account usage. 5 emails were sent out of the 5,000 limit. It'll show you how many were delivered, how many were not delivered, and how many were opened. So you can click on view details, and it's going to show you the email address that opened the emails you sent, where they sent from. Was this a smart plan? Was this a campaign? And then this is what's going to be the subject of what was sent to them. So you know if it was like a specific smart plan or specific campaign. You can also see your unsubscribed here. So if you're getting a lot of people unsubscribing, you can view those details here and see who's unsubscribing. If you want to remove them from your database, you can. Up to you. And then down here, you have your reputation metrics. So this is showing you how many emails were marked spammed out of how many were sent. So you can keep an eye on that. So if you wanted to view the details, this will show you that which ones were marked. And then text and calls, that's going to be for Twilio. You can see the credit usage and things like that. All right, next is designs. Designs is like Command's version of Canva. You can create all different kinds of designs by clicking create design. Make sure that if you are doing a design for print, you select print. If it's going to be for social media, use social media. Because if you are doing like an email campaign, you're not going to be able to come and use a print or a social media design that you created. You're not going to be able to pull it over. So make sure email goes with email, things like that. Let's go into print. I'm going to show you kind of briefly what it looks like. How many different designs are in here is astounding. So you have all different kinds of templates at your disposal. A lot of times people don't realize that there is listings. Listing presentation templates in here. There's buyer presentation templates. There's all different kinds of great different templates for you to utilize in here. So definitely check that out when you have the chance to go through them. Next, we have the listing section. The listing section is if you have your MLS connected, you should be able to see different listings that you have on the market. You can also create collections for your clients that have registered an account with your website or your app. You can also search through here. You can see the current areas, the listings in the area. Let's see. When you click on it, it looks just like the MLS, has all this great information, property descriptions. You can see any photos, open houses that may have been scheduled, links, virtual tours, things like that. So, and then the last section we have is our consumer. So the consumer is going to be the where you go for the back end of your website and app. So if you see this big bluish green bar right here, that means you're currently using the newest updated version of the website. If you do not see this, then you most likely still have the old version, which is fine. You just may not be able to quite follow along directly with what you may not see what I'm seeing, basically. So scrolling down, we have the My Website settings. This is where your subdomain, this is the URL that people type in the bar here to find your website. Notice there is no www dot. If you type in www.scottleroymarketing.kw.com, it's going to say page not found or something like that. The KW agent websites no longer use the www dot. A lot of websites don't anymore. So it is just scottleroymarketing.kw.com. Your websites are going to be the exact same, whatever your URL is, .kw.com. If you wanted to update it, you can do so by clicking in here and then just typing in what you're wanting to change it to and clicking Save Changes. Below that, you have your app URL. This is the URL that if you're wanting to send to your clients, if you're wanting to create like an email that you want to send to everybody, and put that URL in here. As you can see, this cannot be changed. However, you can click on this copy and it will copy it and you can paste it into your email. Something else you can also do is use this link to create a QR code. If you want to use QR code on your flyers and things like that for people to scan and download your app, you can do so as well. If you are on a team, these are going to be team referral links. So like your team website URL, team app link, team member app link, you find those here. Preferences, do you want to display Keller Home Loans on your app and site? You can enable or disable them. And then down here, the last section, we have forced registration. You can set it to where a person who does not have an account registered with your website, they're only able to view 2 or 10 properties before they have to register. Once they register, basically their information will get saved into your database. You'll be able to see what properties they're checking out, which properties they're liking. You can create saved searches and collections and send to them back and forth. So it just kind of gives you a great way to track what's going on. You can also set it to no properties, which means as soon as they go on there, they have to register a site before they are able to see anything. Or you can just say, yeah, you can go ahead and view as much as you like. Doesn't bother me. So then right here, you see this edit my website option. This is like taking you into the backside of Command's website. You have your website URL here. Again, you see the https / no www. You do have some quick start options. So property landing page template. As soon as the class is over, I'm going to kind of touch on that a little bit for you. And then as you scroll down, you have like your default pages, any custom pages that have been created. You have your custom modules, and then at the very bottom, you have any custom landing pages. So again, this is the back end of Command. If you have any questions about the websites or things like that, we do have videos, or you can email us and we'll help you that way. I'm going to stop the recording